You have the same rights no matter who you deal with. But what happens when those rights are violated and the very people entrusted to protect and serve end up arresting the wrong person? Can justice prevail in a system where innocent individuals are mistakenly targeted and their lives disrupted? Join us as we show you the moments when cops arrested the wrong individuals and faced the consequences. Make sure to watch this video till the end because the #1 incident on our list will leave you shocked. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 5. This is a distressing incident which took place in Arizona, where a couple was subjected to racial profiling and rights violations by the Tucson Police Department. The incident unfolded when the couple parked their car outside a store, with the husband remaining inside while the wife entered the store. Little did they know that they were being observed by the police for approximately 30 minutes, who wrongly suspected the husband of being involved in a homicide case. Approaching the car, the police forcefully pulled the husband out and swiftly placed him in handcuffs, alleging that he matched the description of a homicide suspect. However, when the wife requested to see the picture that supposedly served as evidence, the police denied her access and prevented her from taking a photograph of the image. The couple strongly argued that the person in the picture bore no resemblance to the husband. The wife believed that the picture did not accurately depict her husband. She firmly believed that racial profiling was at play, pointing out that the only similarity was that both individuals were black men with red dreadlocks. She accused the police of being unable to differentiate between individuals based on their race, asserting that they were unjustly targeting her husband. The encounter was captured on video, which later went viral. The footage revealed a series of rights violations and questionable conduct by the police. Despite determining that the husband was not the murder suspect they were seeking, the police continued to detain him. During the incident, the husband, under duress, consented to a search of his vehicle and the verification of the serial number on his weapon. In an attempt to prove his innocence, he unintentionally waived his rights in the process. The situation further escalated as the police handled the husband roughly, causing him physical discomfort. Overwhelmed with emotions, the wife expressed her frustration and fear regarding the unjust treatment they were enduring. She even appealed to the officers by asking them to consider how they would feel if their own children were subjected to such an ordeal, hoping to highlight the impact of their actions.
They
pulled him out of the car. They pulled him out of the car and put handcuffs on him because they said he fits the description of a homicide suspect. This one showed me the picture, which looks nothing like him. And when I asked to take a picture of the picture that he showed, he won't show me. The picture looks nothing like him. Yeah, I want to take a picture of the picture.
I'm not taking a picture of my screen.
Yeah. Why not?
I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah.
He won't let me take a picture of his screen.
In response to the viral video, ABAYA Israel, a former police officer and sheriff's deputy, analyzed the incident. Israel said that law enforcement personnel must be aware of citizens' rights, especially in high-stress situations. In a subsequent development, a Tucson federal jury awarded the couple $1.25 million in a false arrest case, recognizing the injustice they had faced. Number 4. This is another wrong arrest captured on video. Panama City Police entered the old Lisenby skilled care facility, which was undergoing conversion into new apartments. The property owners hired a DARELL sample as a security guard during the construction process. However, the police mistakenly identified Sample as a squatter, leading to a confrontation. Sample's dog started barking as the police entered the facility. Captain Mark Larimore, a member of the Panama City Police, reacted aggressively, threatening to harm the animals. Unaware of the situation, Sample, who was napping at the time, was startled when the police burst into his room.
4121, go ahead. You can change this to
Larimore on the body camera footage expressed doubt about whether the facility belonged to Sample. He said that it was commercial property and demanded to see identification. When Sample failed to provide immediate proof of his ownership or identity, Larimore handcuffed him and forced him to the ground, asserting that the property did not belong to him. Sample later recounted that the situation could have escalated even further if he had not recognized Larimore's uniform. He said that the incident triggered his post-traumatic stress disorder, which he had acquired during his time in the army and managed to overcome until now. Panama City Police issued a statement in response to the incident, claiming that the officers were searching for a missing child when they entered the building. The property owner had previously requested periodic checks from the department. However, Sample asserted that the owner's request was over a year old, and he had since made the premises his home. The body camera footage revealed the officer's surprise upon discovering someone living in what they believed to be an abandoned commercial building. They escorted Sample to his car while he was still handcuffed to retrieve his identification. During this time, Larimore used Sample's phone to contact the property owner. Larimore made a remark to the property owner, insinuating that Sample had learned the consequences of not providing identification when asked by an officer. Despite confirming that Sample had permission to be on the premises, Larimore contemplated whether to arrest him for refusing to provide identification or simply issue a warning. Sample expressed concern over the violation of his rights during the incident. Panama City Police claimed that they reviewed the case and determined that Sample's detainment did not violate department policies. However, they acknowledged that Larimore had violated the department's speech policy and ordered him to undergo further training. Number 3. This incident of controversial arrest took place in Deltona and sparked criticism online. The Volusia County Sheriff released a body camera video of the arrest in response to the controversy. The arrest of 18-year-old Ayanna Rollins was brought to the attention of the sheriff by Deltona leaders who had seen social media posts labeling the incident as an overreaction. The incident began when a sergeant was responding to a burglary call. However, due to a mistake, he ended up stopping on the wrong street. The body camera video shows the sergeant trying to engage in a conversation with a driver who was pulling out of a driveway. The situation quickly escalated from there. Although the sergeant was in the wrong location, he believed he was in the right place and tried to establish a rapport with the driver. However, the driver, identified as Ayanna Rollins, had different intentions. She wanted to drive away, and when the sergeant reached into the car to turn it off, she responded with profanity.
Hey, stop the car. Stop! You stay here? No. What are you doing here? No. Why does it matter? Turn the car off. Turn the car off now. Turn the car off now. Turn the car off. Turn the car off now. Turn the car off.
Watch what you're doing because I'll punch you in your put your hands on me and I didn't turn up on you.
Turn around.
Watch your mouth. Oh my mama.
Nobody's under arrest.
Stop touching me.
Turn around. Ma'am, turn around.
Stop
You're not
touching
under
me.
You're not
I
under
don't
arrest.
care. You came in this hostile.
Listen.
Don't you ever put your hands on me.
In the body camera footage, it is clear that the sergeant attempted to handcuff Rollins. According to the arrest report, Rollins kicked the sergeant and struck him in the head multiple times with a closed fist. She also kicked another deputy who was trying to adjust her handcuffs. Sheriff Mike Chitwood defended the sergeant's actions, citing the dangers law enforcement officers face. He mentioned the increasing rate of officers being targeted and killed in the line of duty. The sergeant was responding to a burglar alarm, and when he saw a car backing out of a driveway, he reacted based on the circumstances. Sheriff Chitwood, in response to the criticism, boldly stated that if people disagreed with his actions, they could sue him or run for sheriff and try to beat him. Ayanna Rollins was charged with battery on a law enforcement officer and taken into custody. Now, this incident is thought to be a wrongful arrest by many people, but the police have justified that it was a legal arrest. Do you think it was legal to arrest the young lady? Tell us in the comment section, and keep watching because the number 1 case on our list will leave you truly perplexed. Number 2. In a costly mistake, the city of Scottsdale finds itself paying the price for wrongfully arresting a woman nearly 3 years ago. Yessie Garcia was mistakenly arrested for a hit and run, an incident she had no involvement in. The incident took place on May 24, 2020, when a security camera captured a man smashing Yess's windshield. Later, when she exited the bar, she sought help from nearby police officers, unaware that they would soon interrogate her about the nearby hit and run. The officers immediately suspected Yess's involvement in the accident, despite her protest of innocence. She recalls being baffled, stating, "It's messed up." No matter what she or her friend said, the officers remained unconvinced that her car was not connected to the incident. Yessie and her friend had just left the hi-fi establishment, and it never occurred to her that they would suspect her or consider her a suspect. In their search for evidence, the police officers claimed to find shards of glass on Yessie's shirt. Based on this flimsy piece of evidence, they proceeded to handcuff her and book her for several charges, including DUI, failure to stop at the scene of an accident, and possession of drug paraphernalia. However, Yessie was completely innocent in this case.
That's Yessie Garcia getting arrested for a crime she didn't commit.
It's messed up.
Your car is involved.
We just left Hi-Fi.
It didn't register.
Instead, police officers simply refused to believe that Yessie's car was not involved in this accident. Why? Failure to stop at the scene of an accident and possession of drug paraphernalia.
Frustrated by the wrongful arrest, Yessie hired an attorney named Ben Taylor, who filed a lawsuit against the city on her behalf. The lawsuit sought justice for the unjust treatment Yessie had endured. Finally, the city of Scottsdale settled with Yessie for the sum of $200,000. Number 1. An incident involving an alleged wrongful arrest sparked a $25 million lawsuit against a local police department. The entire incident was captured on a video recorded by the family's Ring video camera, which became a crucial piece of evidence in the case. The video recording begins with Randy Hall, one of the plaintiffs, engaging in a conversation with League City Police Chief Gary Ratliff. In the conversation, Hall questions the arrest, stating that he was not read his rights and expressing surprise at being arrested without a warrant. Chief Ratliff informs Hall that he had a warrant out for his arrest due to interference with public duties. The incident leading up to the arrest originated from a minor fender bender. Rachel Hall, Randy's wife, was leaving her gym when another driver accidentally backed into her car. Following standard protocol, Rachel collected the necessary information from the other driver and reached an agreement not to involve the police, opting to handle the situation through their insurance companies. Later that same day, an unexpected visit from a League City police officer occurred at Rachel's residence. Feeling intimidated by the officer, she immediately called Randy, who was 90 miles away at the time. Randy in turn asked the officer to provide a warrant or face a complaint with the police chief. Unfortunately, no response or resolution was provided. The situation took a drastic turn on September 18th when officers arrived at the Hall's home and proceeded to arrest both Randy and Rachel. Randy was charged with interference with public duties, while Rachel faced charges related to an accident involving vehicle damage over $200, categorized as a misdemeanor offense. Shockingly, their arrest unfolded in front of their children, who were not offered any support or assistance during this distressing event.
Okay, what I did, you have a warrant out for your arrest for interference with public.
As I was in El Campo, 90 miles away, this occurred on September 2nd, that he either provide a warrant or I would take this up with the police chief. We were both arrested in front of our children. Whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do it, at anyone's home or anyone's business. And if that doesn't scare everyone, it should.
The video footage captured by the Ring camera clearly shows the couple being arrested without being read their rights or presented with a warrant. This raises concerns about the police officers' handling of the situation and potential violations of the host's constitutional rights. Thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and remember to subscribe for more content.